Good morning. I'm your host, Kenneth Magruder. This is the second half of a podcast that we did a few weeks ago. This is part 2 of Arrested Development. If you haven't heard part 1, you need to go and click on it and listen, and it will tell you why we're here today for part 2. It impacts everybody. So we encourage you to go back, listen to part 1, because this is part 2. We have again our host, Miss SC, who has a narrative or story of her life experiences that she's passing on to those who it may help. Trauma or any mental health issues that they may have gone through as young adults and teenagers. We're going to get her to know a little bit better this second time around and just ask a few ice-breaking type questions so that the listening audience can get an idea of who she is and whose she is. So I want to introduce to you Miss SC. And the first question that we have, just to get to know more about it, is, what is your favorite pastime and why?
Hi. First of all, I want to say good morning and thank you again for having me on the podcast. My favorite pastime would be spending time with my family, with my children, because one thing I've learned in this journey is the value of time. Time is such a valuable resource because, for example, today being July 28, 2025, at whatever time it is, it'll never be that again. We'll never have this moment again. I mean, the date will be, it'll go around again, but this moment and this time, we'll never have again. So spending time with my family is my best pastime. And if not with them, just being alone in nature with our Creator, with around water and trees, and that's something that I find very relaxing for me.
Fantastic. Okay, question 2. What is your biggest passion in life?
Okay, my biggest passion would be helping people. I mean, throughout my time in life, I could remember even being young, I always had such compassion for the underdog or people that needed help, or even an animal that needed help. So my biggest passion is just being able to help somebody, even if it's one, in life.
Fantastic. Okay, number 3, and we all can answer this one, people. What's your most embarrassing memory?
I have so many. I have so many embarrassing moments, but when you asked that just now, a memory that stuck out to me is when I was at a high school dance. It wasn't a high school dance. It was a teen club called the VFW. And my mom came to get me out of the club. And I was so embarrassed. And she would do it, and I would still go back to the point that they would warn me and when she would pull up. But it was embarrassing for me.
Okay, busted by mama. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, the 4th question we have here. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Well, a superpower that I would love to have is healing internal wounds, because it's easy to want to heal somebody with a broken limb, or if you can see a broken skin, but those wounds on the inside that we don't see, I would love to be able to just touch somebody and heal their brokenness on the inside.
Okay, thank you for that. That was very insightful. We have a few more questions, and we're going to dig a little deeper into Miss Hussey's past. What's one of your biggest challenges in life?
Okay, I want to say my struggle with substance abuse, with crack addiction. It was a great challenge for me. But I so recently lost my son, and that is a challenge every day to live with. It's like a piece of yourself is gone, so it's such a challenge to just go on, because your life never is the same losing a child. And so I would say that is a big challenge for me.
Thank you, and that's something I guess we all can probably relate to, the loss of a loved one. The next question is, who is the most influential person in your life, and how did they impact you?
My mom, good and bad, because I'm such a rebellious child. I always challenged anything she would tell me to be the right thing to do. And because she had her own struggles, and she's such an inspiration and an influence in my life. And it took us a while to come to the part that we have a friendship, and I'm so grateful for that. But she's been the most influential person in my life throughout my life, because she never gave up on me.
Fantastic. The love of a mother, basically, is what it comes down to. Having faith in your mother. A mother's love.
Oh, yes.
Next question. What do people misunderstand most about you?
I think, I'm not sure what people misunderstand about me. I mean, I could be misunderstood a lot, because some people have told me that I seem like I'm mean or I'm not approachable. And I definitely am. I'm so opposite that. So I would say that's what people mostly misunderstand about me.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
Now, next question. Do you have siblings?
Yes.
And if so, how did they affect your life?
Well, because I'm the oldest, so I was always held to a higher standard. So without even being trained for it or wanting a position, I had a leadership role. So I always had to be mindful to lead by example. And it affected my life greatly, because I was always trying to do right or trying to hide things from them so they wouldn't make my mistakes.
Okay, fantastic. Next question. Okay, again, the next question is, how do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as a woman of God, who loved her family, loved life, and lived it to the fullest, and helped many along the way.
Amen. Okay, the next question. What character traits do you most respect in other people?
Okay, that's an easy one. Patience and consistency, because those are two things that I myself struggle with: patience and consistency. So I could respect that in somebody else that have mastered having patience and being consistent. Because in life you learn that to accomplish anything and many things, you have to be patient and consistent.
Patient and consistent. Okay. What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is, I can say, being a little vulnerable and honest, is because I'll be 54 Sunday. And so I feel like I have more years behind me than in front of me. So I fear sometimes accomplishing a lot of things that's on my vision board. I fear that I won't be able to accomplish it all.
Okay. The next question. What is the most important lesson you've learned in life?
The most important lesson I learned is to love myself, because for a long time I didn't. And to piggyback on that is to hold nobody, my children, my family, to hold no one responsible for my happiness.
Amen to that. I've always said love of God, love of self, love of family. They're all interconnected, and they all are very important in life in that order. Now, the next question we have, what are your proudest moments of in your life?
I have a lot of proud moments. I didn't finish college, but I did finish school, and I've obtained a lot of certifications that I'm proud of. I'm so proud of my children, because I think about the life that I led, and even in my marriage, how dangerous we lived, and how my children are survivors of all of that, and how powerful yet fragile the mind is, and how they don't remember a lot of things. But I do. And I'm so proud of them, how they've overcame those situations as well, especially my oldest.
Thank you for that. Just to interject, does it sound like she's becoming her mother? Listen carefully. Okay, we have just a couple more questions and then we'll move on. What's the one piece of advice you'd like to share with this listening audience? Okay. What's the one piece of advice you'd like to share with your listeners?
I would say one piece of advice is to love yourself, and to know that everything that you need in life, or all the tools you need, it begins inside of you. You have everything you need to survive inside.
Okay, last question we have is, what's next for you?
What's next is, I plan on finishing not just this book. Well, this book is finished and it's in publishing and editing right now. I want to have a series, because me going to therapy and doing past life regression, that's a whole nother story. I have a few books inside of me that I would like to get out, because my life, I've lived and survived some things, and I've overcame it, and I don't know who it would help or even entertain.
Okay, the book. What is the title of your book that's presently in the process of being edited and published?
From Pain to Power is the title.
One more time.
From Pain to Power.
From Pain to Power. Wow, that sounds powerful. And when can we expect this book to be out?
I'm praying and believing God by the end of August.
All right, you've heard it. You're going to look for it by the end of August. Obviously, this isn't going to be the last time we're going to have our guest back. So stay tuned for future episodes of Arrested Development, and stay tuned for the book signing of our sister here, From Pain to Power. So again, we're going to close out, but stay tuned because we have a lot more to come. Give me your feedback on the website so that we know you're interested in this and would like to hear more. So again, I'm your host, Kenneth Magruder Sr. And remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Amen.